Go ahead.
Thank you, Jen. Two topics. The first one is going to be the truckers and then Russia. But first, the Canadian the movement in Canada, the truckers. So the Ottawa mayor has asked for 1,800 additional police officers to quell what he called the insurrection. You know that it's been a rallying cry for the far right, this movement. And Prime Minister Trudeau yesterday accused the protesters of trying to blockade Canada's economy and democracy. Does the White House share this perspective on the movement?
That's not how we've described it.
Do you, you said yesterday, just again, that the CBP was not impacted by the movement at the moment. Now with what happened at the bridge, it has had an impact. Isn't that, considering that now trade is concerned, shouldn't the White House put more emphasis on what's going on the other side of the border?
I don't think we've ever de-emphasized. I just think I was trying to convey that while there was kind of a view by some that it was related to vaccine requirements, it wasn't. It was related to congestion created by the protests, which I think is important for people to understand. In terms of what's being done, of course, we're closely engaged. Department of Homeland Security would be the right entity to talk to.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Just the last question on Russia. Sorry. The Russian president yesterday with Emmanuel Macron commented, and I quote, they being the West, the US, the NATO, trying to calm us down with assurances that NATO is a peaceful and defensive organization, but then he cited Iraq, Libya, Belgrade as counter examples. What do you say to that?
NATO has always been a defensive alliance. It is Russia that is, let me finish my answer. It is Russia that is building up tens of thousands of troops at the border, not NATO. We are working to plus up support for our partners. They have the ability to de-escalate, and we certainly hope they do that. Go ahead.
This afternoon, the White House issued a statement criticizing Florida legislation that would restrict classroom discussion of sexual orientation or gender identity. It's relatively rare for the White House to weigh in on state-level legislation. So you can speak about the decision to weigh in on this particular bill and why this issue rose to the level that the White House wanted to put something out there?
Well, for those of you who weren't following this, maybe all of you were, but let me first say that every parent, as one myself too, hopes that our leaders will ensure their children's safety, protection, and freedom. And today, conservative politicians in Florida rejected those basic values by advancing legislation that is designed to target and attack the kids who need the support the most, kids from the LGBTQI plus community, who are already vulnerable to bullying, and we've seen that in study after study, and violence just for being themselves and just for being who they are. Make no mistake, this is not an isolated action in Florida. Across the country, we're seeing Republican leaders taking action to regulate what students can or cannot read, what they can or cannot learn, and most troubling, who they can or cannot be. This is who these kids are, and these legislators are trying to make it harder for them to be who they are. So we felt it was important to speak out against this action and speak really and felt it was important to do that today.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from Blaze TV with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here. And let's go.